all new major price predictions on the market with current analyst resistance levels and support levels, like on Palantir, also on Lyft. Lyft broke resistance, hit our targets, looking for the next big play on Lyft. We also want to watch Uber. Uber is starting to pick up some steam as well, breaking up to higher prices. I think Uber is actually at all-time highs. We'll go over that as well. We'll go over the bigger semiconductors, Nvidia, AMD, also some of the Mag 7s as in Apple, Teslas, and so forth. The health side, the airline side. We'll go over just a couple other sectors. So smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's get straight into it. So let's start off with the semiconductor space, as I usually like to. Let's go to Nvidia. So Nvidia is pretty much still stalled. That's why I'm starting off with this one first. There's literally nothing I would do in Nvidia right now. Like, I wouldn't buy calls here, I wouldn't buy puts, I wouldn't buy shares, nothing. So I'm waiting for Nvidia to kind of get some more movement out of here to really maybe start breaking above resistance or support all the way down here. Levels are the same. There's nothing crazy going on with Nvidia right now. Okay, AMD is a little bit stalled as well. AMD needs to break both of these resistance levels. Once it does, I'm looking to play some upper size on AMD, but nothing bigger in this range of AMD. It also has a new support around 157.25. So those are like kind of the levels I'm looking out for. I'm still waiting for AMD to get some more movement. I don't want to do any like bigger swings just yet on AMD when AMD doesn't really have direction. We kind of been in the same range for about a week. So we're kind of waiting for AMD to get out this range. The last time AMD had a range, it had a nice pour down, which was for easy puts. We actually pay put swings in here in the Discord. Make sure you guys join the Discord first in the description while prices are low before prices go up. But that's why I'm looking out for AMD. It needs a little more stalled out movement. Now, something that did move a lot was Oracle, but Oracle is getting weaker. So all we have right now in Oracle is 323.90 of resistance. There is really no bigger support right now. If I had to put a support, I'd probably put a smaller support, kind of where we are now, right around like 299.60 will be a support I'll be looking out for on Oracle. Oracle will probably still need to do some movement before we get like a decent play on Oracle that might be highly optimal. So we're going to wait for Oracle to move just a little bit more. Let's go to CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike is trying to show some strength. So what we want to do is let's take all the levels off CrowdStrike. I do have a new resistance level on CrowdStrike right around 44860. Your support on CrowdStrike I'll be looking out for will be a little far from where we are now. Support will probably be right around 426.25. So these would be the two current areas on CrowdStrike that I'll be looking out for. Now, CrowdStrike could be trying to show signs of a potential reversal for it to go up. So calls wise, shares wise, I'll be looking out for that CrowdStrike. We tested this resistance pretty perfect and we broke. So we'll see if Tuesday we get some strength or not. Big news, F1C starts on Wednesday. So be mindful of that. Depending on if we get a cut or not, we probably got to start looking at the bonds or so forth. So that's what I'm looking out for on the crowd. As y'all know, AVGO is booming. It has a smaller resistance, 371.30. If it breaks that, I'm looking for it to go back to all-time highs. That's pretty much all I'm looking out for like shorter term calls on AVGO. That's it. I have long-term shares. Even like TSM, I have long-term shares. I'm kind of just holding them through. The way I take profits off these is more option-wise. So I usually scalp every morning. We do swings and so forth. Like we'll talk about swings that we're doing on gold. Gold is literally booming. Even Palantir brewing. But TSM has a resistance at 262.45. If you look at the 5-minute chart, it literally hit that resistance perfect and then it started falling down. So we have to break that resistance. A1 levels always, key resistance levels, key support levels. And now this Saturday we will have a 1 to 2 hour training. So make sure you guys join first in the description. Go down below the elite if you want to see me trade live every morning. Make sure you join the elite yearly, our lifetime memberships. That comes with personal training. Now this Saturday we will be doing a live training with me about an hour to 2 hours, step-by-step market breakdowns to help you understand the market, the strategies, the insights on the market, to really switch that mindset. More freedom, more monster, and less retail. Okay, live question and answers as well. We can go over stocks live on Saturday, so make sure you join first in the description to join on that. And then that would be this Saturday, and the whole recording you'll keep and everything. Okay, so just trying to help you that much more to try to get better in this market. And once you kind of understand the market a little bit differently, the market becomes a little easier. You're not trying to just play everything. It gets a little more structured, which is what you want, right? But yeah, so that's what we're looking out for on TSM. Nothing big on the TSM front. Let's go to SMCI. SMCI almost bounced off support, almost perfect. Support was 44.10. We almost bounced off to that. To low today was 44.20. So 10 cents away from that. We still got to break this little resistance level at about 46.05. But seems like SMCI might be ready for a reversal play, I'm looking forward to go above the 50s, maybe even the mid 50s. So I am looking for a potential reversal on SMCI that might be brewing tomorrow, but we need some strength. We need it to keep today in the green. We need Tuesday to keep the strength for it to keep trying to push up. I think a reversal play might be coming on that bad boy pretty soon. Also, ARM support 148.85. We have bigger resistance up here, but I'd rather put the smaller resistance down here for now, right around 153.90. We'll take the bigger one off for now. ARM, a little weird range. I'm trying to see what I want to do with ARM. I'm not rushing it, but I think something might be brewing on ARM. Also, like Cloudflare. Cloudflare is breaking its shorter term resistance levels. I would say your next resistance is probably around the 227.65s. If we can stay above that, net might try to go back up to all-time highs. And then your closer support on net is about 222.60. Okay, so we'll watch out for these. This is why I say the training will be very important, because it'll kind of help you 222. It'll kind of help you start picking out stocks of which ones might be plays, than trying to focus on stocks that aren't plays, right? And then it builds more freedom. Okay, like this morning we scalped Amazon. I lost the first one. I won the second one, got the money back. But we usually scalp about 30 minutes of the day, and then we have the whole day free. You can see Tesla over 50% gains. Thursday, we did very good gains. Even Wednesday, we did good gains as well. That's why I say make sure you join the team first in the description. Monthly, or you can do the live training and keep the sessions. But also, that's what I'm looking out for on the net front. Let's go to Palantir. So Palantir got support around 165.85. I'm looking for Palantir to get strength out of this range. I did do some plays with Palantir. Hopefully you can start pushing out of here. We did that in a Discord, but for now, all we have is support, and we just have to see where it wants to go out of here. I'm hoping it can continue the strength, but it's not like it just turned back bullish yet, right? So it hasn't turned back bullish yet because it was very heavy to the downside. We had a little retracement. We're just hoping we can continue this strength. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go to all-time highs. I'm not reaching for that just yet, but I'm hoping maybe around the 175s or so for a nice retracement higher we can get on Palantir. So we'll kind of see. SoFi is getting that push up once it broke resistance. Pretty much decent for shares to go up to $29. It's the all-time high on SoFi. I might do calls on SoFi. I'm just kind of waiting for that entry. So I'll just kind of wait. The last time I played SoFi was I bought shares around here in 14. Then I sold them around the 20s, about 40% gain. And I just haven't really had an interest of playing SoFi lately. That might be brewing sometime soon, as I wanted to hit these all-time highs. So maybe somewhere in this range, I might get calls or I might not. It does have new support around 25.90. We want to watch on SoFi too. So that's what I'm kind of watching out for on this SoFi. Let's go to Lyft. So Lyft broke resistance, had big push, hit my target area right around $20. Y'all know, as the video that I posted on Friday, that's what I was kind of aiming out for. Now it's at its secondary resistance level at about 1985. And then we're going to take our $18 level off, and we're going to have our new target. And then we're going to have our new target on Lyft. Now, my bigger target on Lyft is all the way up here at 25. So for now, I'm going to just put that Lyft target of 25. I think Lyft is going to be good for some shares around this range. If we can have like maybe a small day, even where we are now, because Lyft has a new support right around 1870. So basically, say I bought shares here around 20. If it broke that 1870, I would only lose about 6%, which isn't bad. Or I'm going to look to hold it to about 25. That's about a 25% gain. So almost a 5-to-1. 4-to-1 risk to reward, which isn't bad for Lyft. So shares wise, I think I might be buying shares on Lyft tomorrow. Option wise, I'm gonna just kind of wait and see. But yeah, Lyft looks good, new levels. And then if we go to Uber, Uber is actually at all-time. Oh, you can't even see it. Uber is actually at all-time highs with that nice strength. So what I want to do is clear the levels off, and then we'll see if Uber can continue to move. Lyft just looks a little better because it has better targets and more strength to go on the upside. Uber has kind of been stalled in this range and finally starting to push out. So maybe something might be brewing on Uber to get above that 100 mark. It might be to call time. I'm gonna just see if there's an entry on Uber, but it's just Lyft is showing a little more strength on this run right here, right? So that's what I'm kind of playing, that nice strength that's coming. And then if we go to the airlines, UAL, they are starting to drop. American Airlines dropping, Delta Airlines. So just be mindful of those. Those are getting a little weaker of the airlines. Even Boeing starting to drop. If I want to give you a new support on Boeing, I will watch this area. If that breaks, probably would still look for puts. 211.75. If that breaks, you'll probably see Boeing closer to the 200s, and that'll be more like put option time. But the airlines are starting to get weaker. The banks are still very strong. So the Goldman Sachs's, the Morgan Stanley's, the Bank of America still having strength. The one I'm kind of watching is JPM is more strength than the other ones. Even Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs have strength, but these are kind of like the banks I'm watching. I don't see any clear levels just yet. I'm just waiting for something to kind of brew in here that would be like a play to me, right? So I'm thinking if we can have a pull down, maybe it's like 305, that I might get calls for it to continue up to go above 310s, maybe the 320s, and continue the strength that it's been having. But that's what I'm looking out for the banks right now. And then if we go to throw Gemini in here, I know it had IPO, so Gemini is still kind of weak. Nothing really big on Gemini. Oh, also Micron. Micron's having strength. Little slow movement. Smaller support 155.55. It literally held today. Smaller resistance 157.75. Seems like we're closing below that. Lyft's had a very strong movement. I'm just kind of waiting for an entry. We don't want to chase it because it's too high. That's also what you'll learn in the training. Make sure you join up. It will be this Saturday. In the training will help you kind of identify like this just should not excite you, right? Unless you're already in it and you're just enjoying profits, we don't want to chase it. So how can we help us not chase stuff? And what's a better way of finding an entry on something that's already up a lot? That's when the levels help and the strategies helps, right? But that's what I'm looking out for in MU. Let's go to some of the Mag 7s. Tesla hit resistance 423.80. That's the resistance level that I gave y'all. It literally hit that perfect today and kind of just fell right down from that. So we're going to see this down movement is good because it's going to bring those calls cheaper. So say you don't have calls, you actually want a little down movement to bring those calls cheaper because they were just too high. This down movement is bringing them a little cheaper so we can get them, and then it goes back up and starts reaching to the 440s and upwards. So Tesla's all-time high is all the way up to like 500. My bigger target on Tesla isn't about 500s. I think Tesla might be reaching up to those all-time highs. So I am looking to do some calls on Tesla, smaller support, 380, 390. I have my long-term shares. I have swing shares that I bought in here around 280s on Tesla. And now I'm good with shares. Now I'm just kind of looking for those options to continue that movement. Same resistance, same support, just kind of looking for some calls in this range. I did one down day and we finally got that. So we'll see if tomorrow, if this down day actually continues a little bit lower or if it's ready to just start reversing and really get that strength. Apple had the event, a little softness today, opened up pretty high, but overall didn't really do much today. If you look at the 5-minute chart, like it opened up high, that's cool. But if we don't continue it, it doesn't really mean anything. And we had one big drop and we just really have not moved on Apple. So Apple is still kind of waiting to see if we want to come back down and break support, break resistance, if it wants to go up. No clear direction just yet on Apple. Meta too, Meta's a little slow. I would just kind of be clear of Meta. There's like some shorter term targets on Meta that I look out for, like scalping wise. Other than that, as in swings and so forth, are more long term shares. I'm kind of just waiting for that, just building the cash position. So whenever the market has a deeper pull down, which might be coming sometime soon, we start buying more longs. I haven't really bought longs in a minute. The Microsoft broke resistance and breaking targets, smaller targets that I had on Microsoft. No new levels on Microsoft just yet. Microsoft's doing pretty good, but we'll see if it's really ready to push up. I just don't see a play on Microsoft right now. And then if we go to Amazon got new support right around 229.35. Also has a new resistance right around 237.30. So those are new areas that I'm looking out for on the Microsoft front. Like I said, we did scalp Amazon this morning. So if you want to see me trade every morning, you'll see that first in the description. Make sure you join the team. It would be the Elite Monthly or the Elite Yearly. Also the live training, you could pay monthly for that if you want to, okay? Even lifetime or yearly, you could pay monthly if you want to. But that is what we're looking out for Amazon. Pretty simple. And then Google McDougal's are just booming up to the moon, man. So I'm just letting Google run. Sold all of my leaps over 200 something. No, I think we had like 300% or 400%, something like that. A lot of profits off of leap. So for now, I just have my shares. Our shares are up like 53% because we were buying a lot of Google shares. We bought down here. I even bought more in here because Google was lagging, and now Google is showing itself. The one that is lagging, Amazon is lagging, Apple's lagging. So hopefully we can see this part come with those lagging as well. We will see. But Google's doing very good. So kind of just holding those shares through. If we go to the gold, we bought some more gold calls today. Remember, I bought calls down here. I sold the calls up here over 200%, something like that. And then we bought more calls today. They're already up over 30%. Looking for gold to push up to a 350. So I want to see if gold can continue that strength that it's kind of having, which is good. New support around 335.60, so that hasn't changed. But yeah, we got the gold, looking for gold to push. Also, we have silver. Silver's up like 40%, I believe, maybe more, 50%. Silver support is around 37.30, kind of far from where we are. But I'm looking for silver. I would say I'm looking for silver. It hasn't even reached all-time highs. It's about to come to a couple resistance areas too. So if you want to put these resistance levels on your chart, I would say around 39.20 and then also 39.70. We have a couple resistance areas coming on silver, but I would like silver in the 40s. And we kind of just keep swinging it. Every time it pulls down, we kind of just buy more calls and let it swing back up, buy calls, let it swing up. So we're just kind of we still got half of our silvers left. Yeah, about half. And then we're kind of just letting those silvers run with a nice strength. So those are like commodities. TLT a little weakness. I want to do some bigger calls on TLT. We take our levels off. We're going to see that everybody's expecting that we're going to get a cut on Wednesday, maybe by 0.25 or 0.50. We will see. But looking to do some calls. It's very risky though, because if anything changes, TLT might crash. So just be mindful of that. If you try to do calls before that, it might be bad and it might crash. Okay, nothing says it's just going to go up quick, but I am watching TLT, also TMF, like 3x leverage of TLT of the bonds, but it's just a little bit slower. Bonds is slow, TLT is slow, so I don't have too much focus on it. I like the money multiplying faster. That's why I like scalping and swinging and so forth. But shares is cool. Usually just hold shares forever, because they really all they do is go up. But yeah, that's what I'm looking out for TLT, man. S&P 500. So S&P 500. Had a support around 649.50. Let's add a new support, 657.50. New support on S&P 500. We are still bullish. We have not turned bearish yet. Once we turn bearish, I will try to remind you. But for now, we are bullish. Still looking for prices to continue to go higher and higher. And then some of the retail sides, Walmart's getting close to a bigger resistance for Walmart to go to all-time highs. Watch that 104.50 on Walmart. If that breaks, I think Walmart reached all-time highs. I'm watching Costco. It's still kind of slow. Target is heavy to the downside. Pretty much I would just focus on puts. I think Target's going down to like the 84, 83 range that I've been telling y'all about. And then I've been looking at Home Depot. Home Depot's trying to get some strength. I think I might be doing some Home Depot swings. It is starting to stay above that 420 resistance level, so that might show some strength. Also, Lowe's is starting to show some strength. Looking for some potential calls on Lowe's. This resistance level around 273.90. Seeming like that might break. I think Lowe's might want to start getting some strength to the higher side. So we have to watch those kind of in the home improvement type of area. Then there's a lot of other stocks that we're watching. I usually talk about those more live, like the UPSs. FedEx has earnings this Thursday. That's going to be very curious of what FedEx does. If FedEx crashes below 200, I think that's going to be a phenomenal buy, in my opinion, for like longer term. We're also watching pool, STZs. STZs still dropping. I'll probably buy some more of those sometime soon. Just waiting for it to find support. Pepsi's, Nike's, Disney's. Just a lot of stocks looking for long-term potentials. A lot of these stocks are not bullish yet, right? But once they turn bullish, which might be a long time, they're more longer, outdated type of things. Even like Hum. Hum had a big drop trying to recover too. And I forgot about Trade Desk. Trade Desk is still dropping. I think there'll be a bigger reversal on Trade Desk. Remember this drop that Trade Desk had? It still dropped for almost 2 months, and then it had a bigger reversal, and then it had a secondary reversal. So that's what I'm saying here. It just might take a while for Trade Desk to really have that actual reversal, but that's what I'm waiting out for. And then, did I go over ARM? Yeah, I did go over ARM. Okay. Oh, also Lulu. I'm watching Lulu as well for a reversal, but yeah. So that is about it. Bitcoin, pretty slow. I would say smaller resistance around 117,410. Smaller support. If I had to put one, I would say right around 111,760. Watch out for that. On Bitcoin, nothing new I would do on Bitcoin right here, just kind of holding. Even Ethereum, just kind of holding. Ethereum's up a lot, close to 100%. Solana's and all these, kind of just holding for now. Crypto got a little boring. And then if I look at like Coinbase seeming like it wants to reverse as well. So potential reversals on Coinbase that I'm watching out for. Also Hood is still pretty much chilling. I would say your bigger support on Hood until I start looking for more downside than up. It would have to break this support, which is right around like 103.10. So watch out for that resistance level support level on Hood. But for now, I'm just kind of holding my shares, rocking it through. Reddit as well is booming. We still got some Reddit shares. We're letting those ride. It's literally just rocking it. So Reddit is at all-time highs. So until I turn bearish on Reddit, I'm just holding my shares and letting it rock. We sold half of them here for, I think, over 100%, and we're just holding the other half for Reddit to kind of just push up because I love scaling out. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, team. Smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. Make sure you join the monthly, yearly, or lifetime memberships to get access to the Discord, See Me Trade Live, Fast Track Your Success. Or you can also join the training. So you can join the Discord and training, pay monthly as well. And then we'll have an hour to 2 hours. You can ask me on stocks, what I see on the stocks. We'll go over some analysts. We'll go over some step-by-step breakdowns, how to start looking at price differently, how to see it as a monster, and really just try to build yourself. We might even do two, so you'll get 2 for 1. We'll do one Saturday, and then we'll do another one. I think I might do that. So like a 2 for 1. So just in case you have questions from the first one, you have a second one which you won't have to pay for, and then it'll be like a 2 for 1. I think that might be a little bit better. I just thought about that, because what if you have questions after the first one? So we'll do 2. It'll be 2 live trainings for price of 1. Okay, but yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Always remember, no trade advice or anything, just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in the video. We'll catch you guys on the next one.